What up, party people? So I'm out testing out my new little bivvy setup, and in order to do that I thought I would come to one of the island's most popular beauty spots, find a little place because it's nice and busy up here, to tuck in to see how stealth we can get. I don't normally do stealth camping, I don't normally do bivvy camping, but it's got to be tested. If you did see my last video, I'm testing the cheaper of the two, the Chinese Sylaeto I think it's called, and I mean, look at all that view. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll be honest with you, I'm expecting it to be a right dog with condensation, but I hope I'm wrong. And then next week, maybe, I'll go out and try the other bivvy. It's about 7:30 at the moment. Didn't want to come up here too early. Rain was forecast on and off all day, and it has been a glorious day. Sod's law. But the wind is meant to pick up. So I didn't want to go into the woods to test it because, you know, I quite like living. But it's meant to get up to 60 km/h gusts tonight. So I'm going to see if I can find myself a little spot, not in a hedge, but in a little copse or something, and we'll go from there. Hope you're picking it up with all this wind, but look at this beautiful little island I live on. Right, normally I jump in that row there. Say normally, I ain't been here for about 7 years, but all of this isn't normally this overgrown, so hopefully I'll be able to find a path. I can hear the old tractors over there mowing, harvesting their crops. So back to it, let's find a place to go. We may have hit a snag, guys, because this used to be my route in, and as you can see, that ain't much of a route anymore. Does it clear up if I battle my way through that little bit? Oh, there'll be thistles. Oh, you cow son. Jesus, this sucks. On the plus side, chances of getting caught, oh, cut the ribbons, are going to be slim. Oh, that hurt. Right, I've still got to try and get in there yet. That is horrendous. I am stung to buggery. My legs are cut to bits. I ain't making it through there into the woods. I need to find another route round, or sack it and find another location. But you never get anywhere if you give up straight away. Let's see if I can find another route, eh?
Let's go outside. It's so long since we've been deep in the woods with the fat lad. We need to step away from the screens. Go pack a bag, whip up some lunch. You need a break from the wife's flatulence. You've been too long inside, you're about to buzz. Just let us out and let us dream.
Right, I'm sort of in. I'm not going to tell you how I got in, but I got in. So, now I'm in the woodland. I just need to find me a little flat place to kip. As you can see, that is a lot easier said than done currently. Oh, I can't believe how overgrown this place has become. That is the other side of where I was trying to get through earlier, but I'll leave up a tag to my very first solo wild camp, which was in this location, and just see the difference. It is unbelievable the amount this has become overgrown. Probably unbelievable. Well, it's not. Stuff grows, and if it ain't managed, it overgrows. And the company that bought this plot of land said they was gonna let it overgrow. Good job, guys, you managed it. It ain't here for me to camp in. I'm doing it on the quiet. So I have sort of got a spot, but the one thing I really don't like about it is there's a badger set just over there, and I don't like disturbing nature where possible. I know stuff comes through camp all the time, but I don't really want to be setting up within 20-30 foot of a badger set, because they live here, you know what I mean? Poor little sods. Grab a mooch on the way out. I think I may need to find a different location, because there ain't much to choose from up here. If that lot weren't there, there'd be loads to choose from, but it's there. Right, so the search isn't going great. I can't wait for it to get dark and pitch up anywhere here. And also, there is this spot down there that is really easy to get to, but as you can appreciate, anyone up here can look down and see it. And this place is heavily used, as I said before. I'm missing the sunset and everything. I'll have a mooch around just to see if there's any little spot here I can find, but at the moment things ain't looking good. There is an option of shipping up to where me and Martin had the cow encounter, which isn't that far away. If I was to walk it, it would definitely be dark by the time I got there, and I don't really want to be pitching up knowing full well there are cows there. And also, I've been approached by the suicide awareness team up there once, so that ain't ideal. Let's go and have a little look. Filthy, dirty scumbags. So this is a spot from down below that we looked at above. As you can see, people have been using it. It's nice and flat, loads of rabbits running around. Even got a perfectly flat thing there, but you can be seen. There are other spots down here where you can actually go a little bit into the woods and find a clearing, but do I trust it with the amount of rubbish that's being dotted about? Beer cans, McDonald's wrappers. Is it a spot that oiks come? Because people I don't mind. Oiks, not a fan of. My patience don't run to dealing with oiks. Oh Lee, I've got a plan. So another option I might have is, currently I'm stood on top of an old Victorian reservoir underground, and as you can see, 15 foot down there is a nice flat level area, hedgerow in front and a fence to keep people out. It'd be a case of shimmying down there, which I can do. Be a bit of a hassle getting back up in the morning, but the downside is, if I do pitch up, if I do manage to get my tent pegs in, again, should anyone else come walking up here, they're looking straight down on top of me. Backup number one, I think. With the strength of the wind that's coming in tonight, I really want to avoid going to the woods. The trouble I'm having is I have lost so many of my regular spots recently through Forestry Commission making pathways and things that actually lead to the spots I used to go to. So the spots are still there, still picturesque, but it does mean I run the risk of dog walkers and stuff walking up upon me in the morning, which ain't a problem. I'm up early, but it sort of dampens the moment a little bit. Cows up there, obviously, as I said. Then the ones that I used to do down West Wight with those nippers that have been there trashing the place. You know, do you really want to be pitching up in a beauty spot where other campers have been trashing it? Because local feeling is not going to be the best towards you, even though it ain't you. So, losing light fast. Sort your shizzle out, Lee. Let's go hunting. Right, got a spot out in the open. I can hear music over there somewhere, but they're not going to disturb me. So let's look for a flattish spot where I'm not going to get seen, and set up for the night.
Solo camp, hammock under the light of the moon. And sometimes you bring bramblehead. If you're lucky, you might get some poontang. It's more likely with Johnny. We've seen the way you look at him and the fear in his eyes as he zips up the tent again. Just let us out and let us dream and go wherever we want with extra cream, all the way to the top. And you know we won't stop as the penny drop. You gotta step away from the screen.
Let's have a little look at what I'm rocking. The Sylaeto Bivvy. Sylaeto. Not gonna be able to see much in there, but you get the gist. Oh, you get the general idea. Probably not going to put the tarp up at the moment. The wind is coming this way, blowing into the front of it. So if I do stand a chance of not getting condensated, that is a way to do it. I'm going to get a brew on because I'm a little bit parched. I might even get some food on the go. Time's now probably about 9:15. As you can see, by the way, it's dark. Moon is up over there. Unfortunately for me, it's quite a full moon. Clear sky. Going to get really windy later. I'm in a great space for a night lapse. There is definitely a party going on. It sounds bleeding close. How close, I don't know. Why I oughta. Can't catch a break. Jet boiler like is bleeding good and bleeding quick. Granted, I put very minimal water in there because I've got a very small cup. But that was probably 30 seconds to get me a cup of coffee in my Waldo cup. Gotta like that, ain't you? For food tonight. Shall I show you? because you know, me being a type leader, I have got, where's my torch gone? There. Some microwavable pesto and pasta and barbecue beans. Now the idea is, rip the top off them, boil in a bag them. That is going to give me per half pack calories, 1 3 fibre, the best part of 5,500 calories, and that is all £2 worth of food. So them mixed together. I'm trying to avoid buying the, what do you call it, Mills, Wayfarer and all of that at £5 a time. Cheap, cheerful alternative. I'm going to see if that works or not. Yeah, couldn't find the look what we found anywhere. If anyone used to have those, they were awesome. Mills. I think they might have changed their name to Shake That Weight, but now they're a diet thing, and obviously, as such, cost a mint. I'm going to dig into my coffee. Cheers, old bean. Without going into detail, it has been a hell of a week. I am going to need this. Just a shame about the music. Lovely cup of coffee. Chuffed with me Wildo cup. Used to have them years ago. Don't know why I got rid of them, but I bought a couple more. Really reduces the pack size. That's, what is it, Fire Maple X2, X3, whatever the kids bought me. It's a great bit of kit for boiling water and that sort of stuff. Has got a frying ring on it, which is also a bonus. Let me put that back there a bit so you ain't got that line. Happy days. Good to be out, guys. I don't know how much you're going to get tonight. It's already dark. I've not bothered putting my tarp up over us because it's not meant to rain. It's not really any point, but I have bought a 3FUL poncho tarp type thing, which I did really want to try out, but I'm quite knackered after walking up and down all them hills and fighting my way through brambles. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee or three and probably put some food on. Don't know what to say to you. Then I'm going to get in my tiny tent and I reckon condensate muchly. Let's hope not, because if it doesn't condensate, it's a good find. With the airing, vents both ends, you stand a chance of it being okay. What I will say is the conditions tonight aren't great for testing the condensation. It's not particularly cold, so you're not going to have hot breath hitting a cold surface condensating. It's not raining or anything like that, so I can't test the waterproofness of it. It was meant to rain. I purposely picked a day because it was meant to rain, but you can't have it all. I don't care. I'm out. Stop your talking, Lee. Flap, 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 flap. Right, I'll try that again because I don't know if that's saved. One thing I will say is I think this is the last time I will buy a GoPro. I'm going to use these until the time is there to get another camera. I'm done with them. Absolutely done with them. They turn themselves off. The batteries today, for example, I was charging it from the mains and it would not, for whatever reason, charge past 88% on 2 separate batteries. And then I plugged it into my portable generator type jackery thingy, Bluetti even, and yeah, it charged full. And then that battery's just died and it had a good 40% left. But so I've just put that in there. I've not got it on too high a temperature. I'm going to heat that up just like any other boil in the bag. Hopefully the plastic won't melt. I'm going to dig in and see if it works. A couple of minutes, get it nice and piping hot. Everyone's a winner. Got to say though, that fire maple has done wonders. I like it a lot. Thanks, boys. My boys, that is. She be done. Has she stuck to the bottom? No, she hasn't. Piping hot. Let's give it a crack, shall we? Pesto and pasta. Good eating. Now, I'm guessing if you can microwave these packets, then you can obviously heat them in water. Probably not ideal, heating plastic and stuff, but yeah, could be a good alternative. Right, time for me to get shimmying into bed. Oh. Well, that wasn't too hard. What I have got with me tonight, I have put my normal bivvy bag. Oh, that'd be cramp. Oh, you fucker. I bought my normal bivvy bag with me as well, just in case there is a load of condensation. Yeah, so I am not far off being in. Need to zip you up. What I'm probably going to do is start off with just the fly screen. Get me pillow out. Oh, how's that? Yeah, not a huge amount of room in here to sit up and out, but some room. That was nice and easy. Not a lot to say, guys. I'm in here. In fact, I'm now going to have to where's my phone gone? There. Put the bag in, make sure that fits. Which it does, and then grab that camera. You know, the perils of YouTube. Right, so I'm already in, literally just got in, and as you can see, already a little wet. Now, if I rub my hand on that, you can't make out, but it does feel damp to the touch. There is moisture starting to gather outside. It's not a huge amount of room in here, but yeah, my sleeping bag and stuff is not touching anything. I'm not touching anything. Let's see what the night brings. Ain't going to be a lot of filming done from inside here, I can tell you that for nout. Podcast o'clock. I'm going to stop heavy breathing now because it doesn't sound very nice. And I'm very close at camera. If anything exciting happens, I'll turn this camera on and film it. Creepy crawlies. So for info, I've shut the front door just to see what it's like, and that little vent at the front is definitely getting air through. Not a huge amount, but there is a passage of air. Hopefully that will make its way through. I'm not going to keep it shut. I just wanted to see if there was any passage of air, because I'm quite enjoying looking at the screen out to the stars. It's not a bad place to lay once you're in. And when you are looking up, it doesn't feel too claustrophobic. With the screen door shut, yeah, I would probably, and I might even, just make that flap at the front a bit bigger to let more air through, and that would certainly help it. But at the moment, it doesn't feel overly stuffy in here at all. Hasn't been shut that long, granted. And there's definitely a decent breeze coming in through that. So maybe it won't be the sweatbox I'm expecting it to be. We'll see in the morning, won't we? Right, update time. 1 o'clock in the morning. For the most part, dry. Condensation down the bottom end, definitely. Not massive amounts, but condensation. As you can hear, it started to rain. It's been raining now for about 10 minutes, so I've had to zip up the actual front. Let's see what happens. Surprised me so far, to be honest, but there is definitely condensation down the leg end. I can feel it on top of my bag, but it's not pea wet through, just surface damp. Don't really have much experience with bivvies. Let me know. Is it normal? Is it not? If I were to use this, I'd either use my little white Tyvek bivvy with it every time, or obviously the British Army bivvy. Again, don't know why I just wouldn't use my British Army bivvy and a tarp. Heyo. See you in the morning.
Step away from the screens. Some say heavy, some say he only got extra layers so he don't feel the cold. Some say he got the face of a moose, he loves to share a tent with the ginger Bruce.
Good morning. Apologies for the funky camera angle. There ain't much room in here to film. For the most part, not a bad night's kip. And surprising results with the what do you call it, condensation. There is condensation, but nowhere near as much as I thought there was going to be. When you think that is what I had when it wasn't raining. Not too bad. What I'll do, I'll get out and then we'll have a look at the condensation, because you can't see squat this close up apart from the blackheads on my big fat snout. Oh. Yeah, bit of a surprising night for me, to be honest. How wet's that ground? Not too bad. Beautiful morning. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Oh. Let's have a little look at this condensation. So, we've got a few drops on my bivvy bag. But really, as you can see, there's nothing, no pools or puddles. There is condensation on the walls, but only a light smearing of it. It's a single skin tent right close to my face. That's actually surprised me. It does get worse the further down you get though, look at that. So bear in mind that that was the best conditions really it was going to get. Warm night, plenty of wind to come through, only a little bit of rain, and there you go, look, on me mat, I can't see what you're seeing. Yeah, on me mat, a couple of wet patches. So although with a light bivvy bag, not a big issue, I wouldn't be overly concerned with that condensation, to be fair with you. Yeah, as I say, if I was to use my lightweight white Tyvek bivvy bag over my sleeping bag, it's not going to be rain stops play inside the tent, which is a bit of a bonus. She held firm all night. Outside's dry. A lot drier than the inside. Didn't leak in the rain. Quite surprising. Quite a comfortable lie in there, to be honest with you. Once you're in, I mean, not my cup of tea, don't get me wrong, and I still feel like I've been beaten, and grabbing stuff and moving around, picking up your phone and all that sort of shit. We all know the score, the stuff you do while you're camping, you do start rubbing against it. But not as bad as I thought, which means when I try the Squall hoop bivvy, that's going to give me even more room and hopefully less condensation. I'm not going to say these bastards may have been right, but these bastards may have been right. You put that on top of a cliff top, I'll leave that open for 5 minutes, make me a brew, and then start packing up, I think. Can I be bothered with breakfast? Don't think I can. We're an odd breed of people, us wild campers, who would leave the comfort of their bed, the embrace of their wife, to go sleep in a sarcophagus. I'm trying my best not to say coffin. Everyone says coffin. I'm not going to use it. In the middle of the field, wake up at sparrow's fart. Pop that on there. And have a tiny cup of coffee in a tiny little cup. Where else are you going to have a tiny cup of coffee other than a tiny cup? You waffling shitbagley. Oh. Nothing better than your first glug of coffee in the morning. I've got to sort me out another flat cap. I can't keep wearing this bleeding pirate hat. A woodland pirate.
Step away from the screens. Some say heavy, some say old. He got extra layers so he don't feel the cold. Some say he got the face of a moose. He loves to share a tent with the ginger Bruce. Some say he never shed a tear in his life, but we seen his eyes water and his flatulent wife. You know him as Nobby, but we call him Lee. We all need to step away from the screens. Yeah.
There we go. All packed up. There's my dry patch. Sun popping through there. And I've got to say, my little strong oxygen 30 litre pack done me proud. Ain't got a long walk back to the car. Just got to now get in that shower, scream a bit with all the cuts I've got on my leg through trying to fight through them bleeding brambles yesterday. All in all, I had a top night. Surprised me a bit, that oat bivvy. I didn't detest it as much as I thought I was going to. Actually looking forward to getting into that squall bivvy and seeing how that goes. Anyway, that's enough from the fat lad. Until next time, ta-ra!